we need to make this official. All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to the first ever Pit of Malice, a King of the Hill tournament that I decided to put together, have some fun with, and excited to be here. I got $50 on the line, possibly more depending on stuff that happens. We'll see, but $50 on the line. For each individual game, if you win the game, you get $10. There you go. It's pretty that straightforward, that simple. Looking forward to having some fun today. We got 8 players entering. The top player will get the $10. Second and third place will get to move on to the next game and still get a chance to compete. The bottom 5 players, they're eliminated. They're out. We move on down the list of signed-up players and advance forward. So there you go. That's what's on the line. Looking forward to having some fun with you guys. And thank you all for being here. So as far as the start goes, one thing to note, there was a patch today, not even, like 3 hours ago? So there was a patch today. There were several bigger changes. One cool change was the scoreboard implementation, and I plan to use this quite a bit throughout the cast because as a spectator, it's nothing more annoying than constantly clicking through every single player to figure out what's actually going on when I can just press tab and all of a sudden I can see everything. So first off, let's go over the player names, make this even more official. Prismaticism. We'll go. It's one of those names that you kind of have to say it once or twice to really, or 2 or 3 times even to get it right. Prismaticism, apparently a former HOTS pro. He is actually in this game and currently in first place. No, but he's a Big Boss 4. That's a pretty legitimate rank right there. So, yeah, no big deal. Grunt, also a very, very big-time player. He is a Big Boss 2. We got Ninja at Big Boss 1. DPM Malicious bringing the Big Boss as well. Mikey Ushusui at Big Boss. And then we move down a little bit. Ashu Buds. I'm not even sure what that is. That Boss? No, that's not Boss. That might be Lieutenant. Either way, he's that. You got Corvus and Broadman Elk finishing off right there as far as the players in our first game of the night. So we're into our third round and taking a look as see some big items that have maybe been picked up so far. Silver Lining. So let's talk about that for a second. Silver Lining, speaking of the patch, it did get tweaked. In fact, we'll go over to Oshbuds to... Oh, my game just crashed. Let's pull that back up. Just when you thought we were good to go, the game decides to just disappear. All right, loading back up. I lost a level. The game reminded me that I lost a level. Thanks. Let's reconnect. What? All right, what's going on? Did they really screw up the spectator system? Oh, my God. All right. Well, every time I click on Oshbuds, it crashes. So let me try to click on somebody else. I'm hopeful I can click on somebody else. A crash makes it even more official. That's true. I missed First Blood. Now we're really official. Oh, it like jumped us right back in the game. That's weird. Okay, so I can click on... I'm clicking through. I can click on like everyone else. Broadband Elk. And now, okay, I can click on him now. All right, hopefully we're good. New update, still in beta. All right, so as I was talking about Silver Lining, they changed it to where whenever you get a victory, you get a charge on the item that then allows you for when you lose a game, it takes a charge away and you get 1 gold. Beforehand, it was just straight up, you just get 1 gold for every loss. This was considered very powerful, and you would see people purposefully losing, doing this open fort strategy, and as a result, they would get a huge chunk of economy from it. This makes it so you can't do that. This makes it because if you go on a lose streak, you, especially early on, you won't have any charges, so you won't actually be getting any benefit from the item. So I actually think that was a great change personally. For some reason, the music is freaking out on us. So we're going to turn that down a little bit. But it's still potentially a decent item, I feel like, or it's one that's going to require some evolving with and figuring out, I guess, how it works. They patched out open 4. Yeah, that's actually a good point because not only did they make that change, but they also tweaked how loss and win streaks work. So if you go on a lose streak now, you actually it maxes out at less gold, I believe it is, than before. So going even like on a 7+ round lose streak actually doesn't do anything beneficial for you anymore as far as more gold. So yeah, they really addressed open forward, and I'm glad they did. I mean, the idea that you could just AFK and benefit from it is kind of silly. All right, so what do we got early on that is worth talking about as well? The other items, we got a couple of unstoppables. Prismaticism as well as DP Malicious, both happening to get unstoppable. We see he is running the Warrior strats, got Slaughter Axe as well as the Tiny, protecting some Druids. DP Malicious on the other end, a 2-star Tiny with a 2-star Drow. That's pretty good. I'd actually rather have this. He's still got the Warriors sitting on a couple of items. Is not going to put the items on. I don't know if that's a sign of she's attempting to pick up a loss here. To maybe go on a lose streak. Yeah, she is 0-2, so not putting the items out for the idea that I wouldn't mind losing. The problem is, I think she's going to win. Yeah, the win streak one was really interesting, too. And that it kind of resets now. So, as I was saying earlier, it makes it so if you have like a dominating streak going and you're just way above everyone else, it makes it so the gap will close a little bit after a certain amount of wins rather than just stupid snowball. Yeah, see, that's kind of funny. DPM Malicious just won that round. I really don't think she was trying to win that round on the lose streak, but all good. Again, to get first place, you get $10. That's what really matters, but yeah, you get second or third, at least you get a chance to move on to the next game and attempt for, once again, that $10 prize all over the place. Take a look at Mike Yu Sui Sui, currently sitting in that first place spot, running some Knights. Like is going to get destroyed. Matched up against Ninja. The Ninja on the other side. All right, Mike, you able to win that one. Ashubuds has definitely tanked quite a bit when it comes to being down here already at 82 life at round 8, but certainly has a powerful economy to show for it. Despite the 2-star anti-mage. No bedfellows here. So what's open right now? No one's really going for Savage yet. No one's going for Druids, are they? I see some Druids like on the board and on the bench, but no one actually has Druid Synergy. You do have the Druid Global item on MyQ. I love Witch Doctor's Cask. Yeah, so the Warlocks, it's been interesting hearing people's opinions on the new Warlock buff, because I only got the chance to run it once myself. It was hard to tell. Like, in theory, it's better for... It's better for, like, that one hero. Like, if you're really all in on a certain hero getting buffed up and like a Troll Warlord or Terrorblade or whatever, so I suppose that's where it could be really good, but it's certainly not as good for the overall team sustain. Mike, did he just get some Brawny? Looks like it. He's got some nice combos out. Some Heartless, some Brawny, Warriors. It's a good start. Interesting positioning, too, with the axe behind. Make sure the Tiny gets the toss off first. Does the Warlock buff now apply to skills and items? No recouple, but the item itself, the global item still does. But Warlock buff itself doesn't do that. I don't believe. Let me... Oh. Maybe it does. Because it does, when either linked hero deals damage, both units are healed 50% of the damage dealt. So actually, it should. So it's actually a lot better than. Right? Yeah, that sounds a lot better. We'll see who messes with it. Broadman Elk is at least trying it for now. Trying to make his $10 back that he donated earlier. Alright, so we got round 10. This is the interesting one in terms of first, not the first item stage overall, but it could certainly help give us an idea of the direction the game may be going. Sounds pretty situational, though. Yeah, I suppose that the fact that it works on the Warlock buffer themselves, too, is also very interesting. So whenever a Warlock casts a spell, so like Venomancer, because Venomancer's casting spells the most frequent out of all the Warlocks, right? Or maybe the new Warlock, because they did buff Warlock himself. The cooldown's only like 6 seconds now. So maybe Warlock himself actually is not bad with that new Warlock rework too. Huh. Because, yeah, you got to keep that in mind with the cooldown. And, yeah, Shadow Fiend obviously will just be a big heal. Yeah. Watch Broadband Elk here. Oh, no, he's versus Broadband Elk. Versus Maiku. He's got a level 2 Shadow Fiend back there as the Warlock, the Veno. One of the triple Warlocks. That's gonna die. No. Heal. Look at that heal, dude. Look at that. The Veno heal. You got Shadow Word. Yeah, I still think he's gonna lose, but heal some more. Necro. Yeah, Necro would certainly be very powerful too still. Yo. Yo. I can assist with the yos. Ooh, Coordinated Assault. So they did something with Coordinated Assault as well. Where basically they said they made it work. I guess before it actually wasn't working? Let me read what actually the patch said. Yeah, it should be truly coordinated since it actually works now, is literally the patch note. That's what the patch note says. So Mike Yu, he's got that the Coordinated Assault. Now, he doesn't have a Troll out, so he's not benefiting from it currently. He's not benefiting from either his global items, funny enough. They buffed Disruptor, so Disruptor actually really works now, plus he's a Warlock, which is kind of cool. And then also, it now blinds. It does a 25% miss chance on anyone it hits, too. So it's more than just simply a silence. Yeah, and no wonder you felt robbed, right? Like, it is kind of funny to think, like, you just think it's working. You're like, yeah, no, look at this buff. And, like, the devs are back there sitting like, dude, this doesn't even work. Like, but they think it does. What the fuck? Like, should we actually make it work? I don't know. And the Shaman passive drains. Shaman passive drain. Change. Oh, wait, what? The Shaman passive. Well, the Shaman item got changed from 5% to 17%, so they actually made that somewhat useful now. Shaman now requires 3 Shamans. Now, enemies affected by hexes, silences, or stuns will generate minus 200% mana when attacked. What? Oh, shit. I didn't even read that part of the notes. Okay, so, like, Disruptor, because of the silence as well, the AoE silence, everyone is getting negative 200% mana. So if you have 3 Shamans with the Disruptor, you Static Storm something, it's a mage killer, yeah. Holy crap. What's up, Blaze, by the way? Interesting. I did not even read that part of the changes. I saw the item change. Yeah, they literally lose mana. But it's bugged, really? Does it not actually work? All right, round 14, by the way. What else is happening? The only Knights of the game, funny enough, is KotH, who happens to be last place. So that's really interesting to see. Knights, I mean, not suggesting Knights are overpowered, but usually, as of late, it feels like that they're considered one of the stronger ones and just annoying ones to play against. But they didn't work in this game. Your own units lose mana too sometimes. That's funny. All right, Ninja's on a 7-round win streak. Ooh, Fall from Grace on DP Malicious. And she's going to, wow, that was a close round. So has Fall from Grace, not getting much from it right now. Only has a 1 human. But going to hit round 15. So if he wins... Yes, I think that's how it works now. Let me double check. The win streak. No, 8 wins, you get 4 gold. So he needs 1 more win. He'll get 4 gold plus 4 gold this next round, and then it'll reset. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So if Ninja wins this, well, this is a neutral round. But if Ninja wins the following round, he'll get 8 plus 4 gold, and then after that, so round 17 if he wins, it'll go back to just the beginning of the win streak. Ninja choosing to level up at 7. Him and DPM Malicious, both at that top spot right now. Looking at the economy across the board, is everyone's pretty healthy. Brahma now down to 24. So he's been spending a bit, but everyone else in a decent spot. Grunt's down to 36. Grunt's got a KotH in hand, thinking about transitioning into mages. There are no mages yet that are currently being ran. Ooh, a couple people losing that round. It's always a brutal one to lose. It's probably the toughest neutral round of the game because of how early it happens and also how strong it is. Like, every other neutral round is really not that difficult. For some reason, the Wolves are, like, by far the strongest. All right, so items. What are we getting? Start at the top. What did Ninja get? He got a, looks like a Hooded Defiance. DPM Malicious got a Mask of Madness for her Tier 1 Troll. Mike, you got an Eye of Scotty for the 2-star Tiny. Broadband Elk got Blade Mail. On the Axe, Prismaticism. Prismaticism. It's a tough name to say, man. They're the Brooch or the Arcane Boost, not sure which one. Both are pretty good, though. Grunt got the big-time contract. Oh, boy. Grunt's doing it. Has anyone ran tickets with the AI change? No. This world. Cask again? No. I am. If he can make this work somehow, cool. I'm guessing the other 2 items were just awful. Or, like, unusable, because he doesn't even have Ogre or Warlock, so that seems like a dead item, unfortunately. Oshubud's got a mech on the Pudge, and KotH got a higher class of Criminal, so just trying to recover. Corvus playing the behind game. Run those knights. Hunter Strat now online for Ninja. So, did Ninja lose earlier, or was that... Did he just lose? I wasn't paying attention. He won the last round? Okay, so now it reset. So it did reset like we thought, yeah. Oh, there's a punch. Sniper just got hooked. No, and he got silenced. Hooking a silence, brutal. Doesn't matter. Beastmaster doing some good damage. So, I mean, that is really interesting. Again, it prevents players from just getting way too far ahead, I suppose, is the idea of the change. So he's doing the micro, putting everything on the board. I can't do this, man. It's too stressful to do this, in my opinion. Putting things on the board that you're going to have to either sell or return back before the round changes. All right, so Ninja just levels to 8. DPM Licious also got to 8, but she's down to 20 gold now, so using a fair amount of the economy to do so. I'm guessing it's because she wanted the 6 warriors out. I'm not sure what she put up, maybe Kunkka. Either way, has 6 warriors out now, so making that a priority. And facing off against Ninja, and you know what? That might actually pay off, because that's a lot of armor buff to take into this Hunter strat. And, oh, it's going to be close. The chip to counter. Tiny toss. Sniper tied to the wolf. Oh, he dies. Oh, man. DPM Licious takes it. That was a close call. Yeah, I think if she doesn't get 6 armor, then, or a 6 warrior, then she does not win that round. So that was a fantastic hold. Ninja did win his round as well. These streaks going. We got some lost streaks going on down here. So Ashbaz does get the mages out. Still on DPM Licious. That troll with the Mask of Mana certainly getting a lot of damage in. Oh, gets hooked away though. Gonna get beat down by another troll. Or is he? Yes. Gonna die unstoppable procs. Dies after. You know, an interesting change to unstoppable would be rather than just killing them after 2 seconds, it actually prevents lethal for 2 seconds. So, like, if you have life still, you can actually recover from it. All right, so we got round 20 coming up. So Ninja back on the win streak. Again, always was on a win streak. It just got reset because of the new changes. Back to 50 economy. And we got round 20 coming up. So new items to be had. Everyone's still in this game, certainly. No one's... Grunt being the lowest at 49 life at round 20 is really not too bad. I found from the previous tournaments that round 25 is where you start to expect to see a drop-off quite a bit. By the time we're at round 25, between 25 and 30 is when you'll start to see elimination after elimination. Again, net worth is a really interesting stat, too. It helps you determine, I suppose, you know, how evolved a team is in terms of do they have a lot of the later game heroes or early ones or what? It's all Lich, yeah. So Ninja gets a Lich out. I guess replaces the Pudge with the Lich. Oh, going through. 2-star Beastmaster. Okay, swapped out the other sniper. Gets a second 2-star Beastmaster in for a front line. What is he sitting on? Ooh, the Ice Scotty's still on the sniper, unfortunately. So I wasn't able to get that Ice Scotty out on the board. Sniper, the cask bouncing around. Great against hunters. Stunning them in the back. Nice countered boat. There's the Lich Chain Frost bouncing back and forth. Certainly hurting the Troll Warlord. Gonna start to ramp up again into Axe. Going for Kunkka now. Does have that lifesteal, but you hear the Hunter procs going off and a Chain Frost to the face. Means Ninja will take it. Very interesting that Ninja is holding on to the 2 KotHs as well. I suppose keeping the idea open that he could have a 3 mage synergy is certainly built into this lineup. I don't know if there's one specifically, because he has a Lich, he has KotH. So maybe like Alina or even a Crystal Maiden. Just keeping that open, I suppose, though, for the later game, too. The idea that you start matching up against somebody else that's running, you know, massive warriors, such as Prismaticism and DPM Liches, for that matter. They're both running 6 warriors, so that transition over to mages could pay off. So actually, that's really interesting to see from Ninja. Kind of shows you the idea of, you know, playing for the later game. You have to keep that in mind as well. Still managing a very healthy economy, too. Hasn't lost since the very early game. It's on to the second part of his win streak. As I say that, though, this is going to be a close call. Going up against Dragons, the DK 2-star. Breathe Fire comes out, Axe is dead, Drow's dead, and so is Sniper. So Mike, you will destroy Ninja. That's the first loss in a while. Just saw another win streak pop up. A 5-win streak for Corvus. Oh, yeah, any other big items, by the way? I just saw there's a Scythe. Yeah, Scythe picked up on Slaughter, so this is one of the new items. The idea that it's so when that person takes damage from said unit, they actually sheep them or pig them for 4 seconds. Seems solid. Moonshard on this Troll Warlord for Oshbuds. It's only a 1-star, though. Take a look, see how he does against Corvus. Medusa Gaze. Medusa got a decent buff too. The attack modifier is now working on her split shot, so I have Scotty coming to mind in terms of working on the multiple shots that she puts out. Unable to win that round, though. Basher on this DK. Yeah, Dragon Knights is, yeah, his new Breathe Fire is very strong. And there was somebody that brought this up, but you get the, what's the item called? The Octarine, the 50% cooldown reduction, the Octarine Essence. You put it on DK. Having a 4-second Breathe Fire at level 2, it's pretty good. It's 350 AoE damage in a cone in front. And yeah, reducing the attack damage is significant too. It looks like Ninja has lost a couple. Prismaticism now the matchup, and this is could be tough because Prismaticism is running the 6 warriors, I believe. No, it's not. Actually, it looks like he's running 4 warriors, 5 even. But yeah, it's still gonna be too much. So Ninja is starting to taper off a bit. I think transitioning to the mages could certainly be the play sooner than later at this point. Because Ninja went from having a massive win streak to now on a 3-round lose streak. Still in first place. Level 9 starting to pop up. Economy's very healthy at the top, but not so much down here. Grunt's got 44 gold. But he is down to 16 life. He does have mages himself. We'll start paying attention down here. I guess we're at around 25. So as I mentioned, it's really 25 to 30 is where we start to see people dropping out. We got the first person on the leaderboard. Really? Somebody's actually made it to the leaderboard? You're right. A guy named Snoof. Huh. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's going to be fun to have in play. All right, let's look for items. What do we get? You start getting some big boy items here. Ooh, Scythe picked up by Ninja. Prismaticism goes for the Battle Fury. All right. I do like that on Lycan. Mike Yu. Got a BKB on the Dragonite 2-star. DPM Malicious. What does she get? I'm guessing a Vanguard. It's really not the greatest 25 pickup. Looks like a Sacred Relic for Corvus. Ashubuz gets a Daedalus on the Medusa. Grunt also has a big-time contract. I like how both players with that aren't even using it. And then Tusk with the Radiance for Broadband Elk. All right, well, watch Broadband Elk. He's on the verge of potentially being knocked out. Going up against Corvus. He is running 6 Warlock. Wow. So what is 150%, right? Yeah, 150% heal the damage dealt. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter. I think that's going to be a knockout for Broadband Elk. And the road will end here. Thank you very much for playing, though, man. Broadband Elk donating $10 earlier towards to help with the prize pool as well. So big shout out to him for playing and obviously helping to support the event. 6 Warlock didn't work though. I love the idea of trying something different though, especially after the changes. All right, so Grunt's built a gyrocopter into his lineup. It's not bringing synergy, just more so a casual gyrocopter. It does take advantage of the mage debuff. Interesting alliances here. Not your usual. Oh, that KotH blast. Oh, as soon as that came out. Keeper of the freaking light. GG. All right, see at the top, it's bouncing around a little bit. Mike Yu just lost his round. Gonna take 6 damage. Will remain in first, though. Is running 6 knights. Yeah, wasn't running knights earlier, but certainly transitioned into it. And I go back to, again, the idea that he got both the Coordinated Assault and completing the cycle global items early on and didn't end up using either one of them. Goes to show, though, that... oh, you know what? He has a Bat Rider out, so I take that back. Bat Rider is giving some benefit, at least to the Luna. So it's at least doing something, which is good. In fact, I would almost say move Bat Rider here, right, to benefit more. Gonna see Mike Yu versus Ninja. Chain Frost will bounce right on the back. That's gonna slow things down quite a bit. For the KotH blast. So you also notice Ninja's made that transition into Mage Strat with the Crystal Maiden 2-star. And he will destroy Mike Yu. You see Mike Yu falling from 1st to 5th place after that. Well, I guess bounced back up to 4th as things start to update. But very, very close still. Grunt managing to hang on. He's got 2 2-star Razors out there. The economy is trash, though. Can Grunt stay alive for one more round at least to make it to the item round? As we're going to switch over to a sitting stream. trying to figure out where to place that gyrocopter. Has the Enigma out there as well, so has some big heroes, but synergy is. I guess Enigma did give Primordial as well. Front against Mike U. Got the call down. Their Conoblast, the BKB of DK is annoying, but I think he's going to be able to win it in the end still. God, that actually got somewhat close. But again, Grunt staying alive. Take a look at the scoreboard. A couple of win streaks. DP Malice is now bounced into first place. What is she working with? Level 9. So as we approach round 30, we can start seeing potential level 10s popping out soon. No one's even halfway yet. You do notice, though, you got Corvus and Ninja, both with a very healthy economy of 50+. Prismaticism looks like as well. Mike U. Grunt has always been struggling, though, lately, and then DP Malice down at 21, so she's spent a bit to surge her to first place. See what we get for round 30 items now. A Moonshard, I'm sure, wouldn't mind on Troll. Well, actually, for the Medusa, that'd be bad. Keep the Mask of Madness on Troll. Still deciding. Okay, gets a Scythe. Corvus ends up getting a Radiance, it looks like, for the Omni Knight. Oshbud's got Vicious Intent. This is a very interesting one. A close game across the board. Oshbuds is going to... Oshubuds, excuse me, is going to try to help close things out. Ninja picking up... Did Ninja just get Final Flash? No, I think he got the Scythe. Oh, either way, has both of those. Prismaticism... I think got the Scythe. Mike U gets a Dagon on Batten, and then we got Grunt picking up another Vanguard? Oh, that's not ideal. Mage strat, though, it's holding. Against Medusa, wins it. Grunt's found something on a win streak. A better time than now. Again, getting top 3 at this point, I'm sure Grunt would be happy with, to at least move on to another game and have another chance at that first place spot. But hell, first place is still open. DP Malice in a comfortable spot with 4 wins, sure, but 4 win streak that is. What she has going, and we do have our first couple of level 10s now popping in. Yeah, 6 Warrior, 4 Savage. Damn. Also has the scaled buff to help, 30% magic resistance. Druid buff for the Lone Druid. Mike U gets level 10. Alright, also gets a skilled buff. Meshed up against Corvus. This is still anyone's game. The Dragon Knight's trying. But it will be a victory for Corvus. And Mike U, I believe, is still in it. Yeah, it's only 2, 4, 5, 6. Plus 3 is 9. So Mike U's still in it. As is Grunt. Grunt also took a loss there, but not enough damage for lethal. So we still have 7 players. Round 33, that's crazy. That really is. Usually by now we'd be down about 4 players at the most. Ooh, tiny 3-star for Ninja. Any other big 3-stars? Tiny 3-star, is that the only one? Tiny is the only 3-star. We have a Techies, by the way. Prismaticism running Techies. Not running a Mage strat, or Scrappy, or Inventor for that matter. Just simply running a naked Techies out there. He's silenced. Techies got silenced. Oh, but he gets the bomb down, but it's okay. but that's Techies. He kind of places those bombs awkwardly. Oh, that Medusa. Or was that a ship? That was a shipstone, wasn't it? This is a close call. Still caught with a blast. Doesn't matter. Prismaticism will take it against Ninja. That could have gone either way. Jeez. Does, oh, it does physical, oh, well, there you go. So I guess, yeah, mage buff doesn't matter. Does it actually not say that on there? Huh. Interesting. They made the, yeah, better this last patch. That didn't really look much better. He still looks kind of derpy to me, but. Mike Yu gets knocked out, by the way. So Mike Yu eliminated, unfortunately, in 7th place. Appreciate playing. We'll keep an eye on Grunt once again. He's got 2 level 1 Enigmas out there. He's trying. Gonna swap things around. Let's see, Prismaticism will be his opponent. He's 0-3 against him so far. Wow, Prismaticism really spreading out. DPM Licious also took a lot of damage last round too. This could still be anyone's game right now. Wow. Oh, Gyrocopter is gonna live. Jeez, Grunt will survive. It's just chaos with everything being casted. Is anyone gonna get knocked out? Prismaticism falls a little bit. That doesn't. Oh, DPM Licious down to 5 life. Uh-oh. She was looking so good. And suddenly, near the bottom. We're at round 35, though. Somehow with 6 players still remaining. Somehow we have 6 players remaining despite it being round 35. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Who do you guys think has this? I'll pull this up. Say now in chat, yeah, this probably Anelka's Ninja. 4 humans, mages. Yeah, it does have the final flash ability too with the mage strat. That's helpful. Let's take a look at items, by the way. Dagon for Corvus. Ashubuds gets a Shivas. That's a big item. Ninja gets a refresher for the 2-star Tidehunter. Yes. Prismaticism, I believe, got a Radiance on the Kunkka. Grunt. You got a Radiance on a Lich? Interesting. DPM Licious, a refresher for Kunkka. For a 1-star Kunkka, unfortunately. Not the greatest. Still at level 9 as well. We're going to keep our eyes on DPM Licious. Matched up against Ashubuds. Running some Hunters back there. It's not looking good. That Troll Warlord's going off, though. He's getting the attack speed. He's not taking damage currently. That Troll Warlord might just carry. Oh, it's going to be close. He gets Gyrocopter, the power shot of the arrow, and that's going to be a loss for DPM Licious, and that means she's knocked out. Oh, bumping up 1, but does get knocked out in 5th place as Corvus gets knocked out right before. So we are down to our top 4 players now. Top 3 stay alive and will remain for the next game. The first place takes $10 for winning this one. Who will it be? Everyone's got some human synergy working. Grunt's the most basic of synergies, but man, one of the Radiance on the Lich, the 2 Enigmas in the front. Grunt. Out comes a KotH Blast. Oh, it goes through on the other side, but Grunt looks like he's going to take it against Ninja. How's Ninja looking? Ninja lost. Ninja out? Ninja's got 1 life. Oh, man. Down to 1 life. Oshbot's got to 1 life. Are you kidding me? Why am I sitting right now? Gotta stand back up. What? Not running the scaled buff. Is anyone running scaled right now? Only Prismaticism is running scaled buff. 2 of these have heavy mages. So Ashubuds, who will he be matched against? Grunt. So he does not have scaled buff. That might be the difference maker. Here we go. Static Storm is out. There's one Midnight Pulse, though. The ship goes to the wreck, and the Chain Faucet is destroying the units of Ashubuds. He's going to be absolutely eliminated. It looks like in the 4th place spot, just knocked out before. Ninja stays alive. Prismaticism gets knocked out, but he manages to stay alive long enough to get 3rd place. So Prismaticism is good to go. He'll be moving on to the next round at least. But it's between a Ninja and Grunt for 1st place of our first game. God, that was a close call. Unbelievable finish we're having here. Round 39. Can we make it to round 40? That would be crazy. Something tells me no. Both are running the mages. Mages hunters for Ninja. We'll do it from Ninja's perspective. This double Enigma has been really interesting from Grunt. Double Ravage. Oh, man. No Midnight Pulse. The double Ravage just controls. And he wins on both sides. The Refresher Ravage. Ninja will take game 1 of the Pit of Malice King of the Hill tournament. Congratulations. So, Prismaticism, Grunt, and Ninja, though, all remaining. Moving on. The other 5. Thanks for playing. Going to move on, though, to 5 more on the list.